She arrived in the United States with nothing. Not a single friend. Not a single dollar. Just a suitcase and a head full of dreams. Imagine stepping off the plane, feeling the cold wind of a new country on your face, and realizing you are completely alone. No one to guide you. No one to hold your hand. And yet, inside, a quiet voice whispers, "You can do this." That voice became her lifeline. But what happened next would test every ounce of courage she had. She came from a small town, a place where everyone knew each other. Life had been simple, predictable, even safe. But she wanted more. She wanted freedom. She wanted independence. And above all, she wanted to build something of her own. So, she packed her dreams and boarded a plane, leaving behind family, friends, and familiarity. She arrived in a city that never slept, in a country that seemed bigger than life itself. Everything was strange. The language, the streets, the faces. Everything screamed, "You don't belong here." Her first days were terrifying. She had to find a place to live, navigate public transport, figure out banking, food, and every small, ordinary task that suddenly felt like climbing a mountain. She sent out resumes. She knocked on doors. She faced rejection after rejection. Some days, she went to sleep crying, wondering if she had made a mistake. Could she really make it here? Could she survive in a world so different from everything she knew? Then she found work in the service industry. Not glamorous. Not easy. Long hours, low pay, demanding customers. At first, it felt humiliating. She had to start at the bottom, doing tasks she had never imagined herself doing. Cleaning tables, washing dishes, carrying trays, taking orders. She faced rude customers, impossible schedules, and the constant fear of making mistakes. Every day, her body ached. Every night, her mind raced with doubts. But something inside her refused to give up. She remembered why she came. She remembered the life she wanted to build. And slowly, day by day, she learned. She watched how others worked, how they solved problems, how they handled pressure. She listened. She observed. She adapted. Every challenge became a lesson. Every mistake became a step forward. There were moments when she wanted to quit, when the weight of exhaustion pressed down on her shoulders and she felt invisible, unrecognized, unworthy. She could have turned back. She could have gone home, but she didn't. And this is where everything changed. One night, after a particularly brutal day, she sat in her tiny apartment, exhausted and alone. She thought about all the sacrifices, all the tears, all the nights spent worrying about rent, food, and survival. And then she realized something simple, but powerful. She had already survived everything life had thrown at her so far. If she could survive this, she could survive anything. That realization lit a fire inside her. She decided she would not just survive, she would thrive. She started taking small steps. She learned new skills, practiced English every day, asked questions even when she felt embarrassed. She built relationships with coworkers, earned trust from her managers, and slowly began to stand out. People noticed her work ethic, her determination, her willingness to go above and beyond. She was no longer just a face in the crowd. She was becoming someone people relied on. But the turning point came when she was offered a position that scared her. A higher role, more responsibility, more visibility. She doubted herself. Could she handle it? What if she failed? What if everyone saw she wasn't ready? Fear gripped her, but she remembered all the nights she had survived, all the obstacles she had overcome. She took a deep breath and said yes. That one decision changed everything. The days that followed were grueling. She worked harder than ever. She studied, observed, practiced, and pushed herself beyond what she thought were her limits. There were tears. There were moments of despair, but there was also hope. There was growth. Every small victory fueled her. Every challenge strengthened her. And then the breakthrough came. Her dedication paid off. She was promoted again. And again. She earned respect not just from her bosses, but from her colleagues. People admired her journey from someone who arrived with nothing to someone who had built a career through sheer will, determination, and resilience. No one saw it coming. Not her family. Not her friends back home. Not even she could have imagined that the small steps, the tiny victories, the late nights and early mornings would lead to this. She had transformed. She had not only built a career, she had built a life. Looking back, she realized the truth. Success isn't about where you start. It's about how you respond to the challenges that come your way. It's about choosing to move forward, even when every part of you screams to quit. It's about believing in yourself, even when the world doubts you. Today, she works in a leadership role in the service industry. She mentors others. She inspires newcomers who arrive scared, alone, and uncertain. She tells them her story, not to boast, but to show them what is possible. She tells them that every late night, every rejection, every tear is worth it, that the struggle is not a sign to stop, but a signal to grow. Her journey teaches a lesson that everyone can relate to. Life will challenge you. Life will test you. Life will push you to the edge. But inside each of us is a quiet voice, a flicker of courage, waiting to ignite. The question is, will you listen? Will you take that next step, even when the road is dark, even when the fear is strong, even when everything seems impossible? She listened. She acted. She refused to be defeated. And in doing so, she transformed not just her career, but her life. She became living proof that starting from zero is not the end. It can be the beginning of everything you've ever dreamed of. So, if you are watching this and feeling stuck, alone, or afraid, remember her story. Remember that small steps, repeated every day, lead to transformation. Remember that your struggles are not walls, they are stairs. And remember this, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. You can build your dreams. You can overcome the obstacles. You can thrive in ways you never imagined. Start today. Take one step. And then another. Keep moving. Because one day, when you look back, you'll see that everything you went through, every challenge, every tear, every sleepless night, led you exactly where you were meant to be. She built a life from nothing. And so can you. If this story inspired you, hit the like button, subscribe, and remember to keep pushing forward. Your journey is just beginning. And the world is waiting to see the strength you are capable of.